Hello everybody, and welcome to Town on Black Ops 3. We're going to be doing a 2-box challenge just like the very first video I ever recorded for this channel. And fun fact, the first video I ever recorded was on this map. It was a 2-box challenge, and I messed up the first recording of it. I'll never forget that. I put in so much work to try to do good commentary and everything, and then I ended up messing up. I didn't either record the audio or the video or something like that, and it was a travesty. And if you'd believe it, what just happened before this, nice little 30-minute video down the drain because I didn't have it on OBS on the right setting to be recording my screen. So we had all the commentary, but none of the video. So we're back again for you guys. Hey, nothing's changed. But I did this as a little bit of a slightly late 1-year anniversary to the Apothos channel, and what a year it's been. This is mostly going to be an update video because, hey, August, massive pace, big, massive pace, big month. It's going to be exciting. And I want to talk about that. We'll talk about why summer has been slow. Something's going on in my life. Some ADHD things. Ooh, yuck, cringe, the TikTok thing. Imagine calling ADHD the TikTok thing. That's so funny. I'm sorry, that cracked me up. That was a good off the fly one. We're going to be going through some updates. We're going to be playing some nice casual town. My eye is getting blurry because I have something in it. Oh, run away from the zombie while I try to clear out my eye. We have enough to hit the box. We'll go ahead and get that box out of the way. And right quick at the beginning of the video, guys, if you could, please like, comment, subscribe. It would mean the world to me. It helps the channel a ton. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up in August because it's going to be fun. M1216. I had a shotgun in my last video. And I mean that funnily enough, my last video of this, which I think I've had a shotgun every time I've done this, because I did this for my first video, I did this for my 1,000 sub special, now it's my slightly late by 11 days, 1 year special, but it's okay, we're gonna go back to it even before we hit to get the second box hit, just because, hey, why not? But, I want to do this because I've talked about it a lot lately, upload schedule. Something's been weighing down on me that I've not been uploading. This is going to be a big old explanation, but I do have a quote-unquote proper schedule coming up in August. I'm serious, is going to be a very massive month. Yes, the summer has been slow, but summer is always slow for one thing or another. But starting August, I don't know what day August 1st or 2nd is, but I would assume August 1st, 2nd, or 3rd will be the first upload of the big month, which is going to be, I think, the most uploads I've had in a month, probably since, I don't know, probably since 2021, whenever I started the channel. I think 2022. I think 2023 has been somewhat slow. Maybe January and February I had pretty consistent uploads. Maybe that was every other day. So maybe since one of those months, we're going to be trying to upload 3 to 4 times a week, and I'll get into all of that later. But first, I want to start off with, I've been sick. I've just flat out been sick. I've had stomach issues all of my dang life. I have IBS. I don't, look. I eat some veggies, green beans, love me some green beans. Anything that crunches, I don't like. I got a texture thing with food. I don't even like chips crunching that much. I don't eat chips. I don't like food I have to crunch. Something feels off whenever it crunches. So I like green beans. Green beans don't crunch. Green beans may be the only vegetable I do like. Although I'm hard on the tomatoes are a vegetable, not because of any fact or reasoning, just because of the way I grew up. But I don't even like tomatoes that much. But my stomach has been messed up all my life, probably because I don't eat enough vegetables, fruits, and veggies. It's not like I'm eating fried food necessarily either. I'll eat like grilled chicken. I'll eat rice. You know, I'm not, and I take vitamins, so I'm alive. But I've been through it the past week, and I've had no energy. And something we're going to be talking about a good bit. It's going to be a theme is energy, because if I have no energy, I have a hard time recording. One thing that's going to change here in August is even if I'm having a low energy day, I'm still going to record because I would rather, because this is something I was thinking about. Whenever I was in school, whenever I was watching videos every day after school, so we can get our second box it in, I just wanted the upload. I didn't care if they were slightly lower energy or anything. It never necessarily bothered me. And honestly, I'm not even sure if you guys could tell if I would be lower energy or not in the videos. For instance, actually, I don't know where I was going with that. But I'm gonna really prioritize that over everything, unless I'm like seriously really sick. My goal is 3 to 4 uploads a week. Might go down to 2 for 1 week, depending on how busy I am that week. And hey, maybe they won't be all Cod Zombies. Maybe it'll be the beginning of my second channel, which I'm rather excited for. I might start that up in August. If not August, I would imagine sometime before the end of the year I'll have my second channel up and running. That's going to be for variety content, and I think that'll be fun and exciting. But yeah, I've just been sick, but that's not one of the big things I want to talk about. I did want to explain that. It's probably been going on the past 2 weeks. I've been in the bathroom nonstop. I've just like actually been feeling bad, which has sucked. It's not been fun, but that's not the overarching theme here. It is important for me to mention energy, but I want to talk a little bit about something I've talked a good bit about this channel, which is my ADHD. If you guys don't know, I have ADHD. I went through a very long 3-month process. Apparently most people have to go through. Most people can just go to the doctor and be like, I can't focus on things, and they'll be like, I got you, here's medicine. But whenever I got diagnosed as a 20-year-old male in college, who I guess is the prime people. Oh, we got the MTAR. Did I mention that? I don't know. I thought in my head, oh, it's the MTAR. It's nothing special. And woo, shoot. They made me go through a 3-month process. I had to schedule my appointment a month in advance, and then the next month I had to go in for a pre-counsel thing. Then a month later, I had to go in to do the ADHD evaluation, as full as like a 500-question mental health evaluation, and then it took her a month. She wrote 14 pages basically on my head and what all she think could be wrong with me, and the results of the ADHD. It's a full 14-page mental diagnosis I had to go through. So if you're looking for an ADHD diagnosis, boys, or even girls, I hope you guys have a easier process than I had to go through whenever I went through it, because that was a pain in my butt. But it's something that I've talked a good bit about this channel, and what am I saying? Recently, I say recently, it was like 2 months ago, they put me back on my medication, because I was off it for a little bit, because my old doctors gave me trouble, but I got it from a different place this time, and apparently there's some difference with Adderall generics. Adderall is what I was initially prescribed, and it's what worked best for me out of the single thing I tried. But this type didn't seem to work for me. I don't know whether it was a generic or what, but it wasn't working as well. I still wasn't. I would have like energy, but I didn't have the ability to do what I wanted to do. And we're gonna talk a bit about that and what like ADHD really, how it shows up for me, how it does with procrastinating and everything. And you might think, oh, this is an episode of him making excuses. No, I have a lot of things I've changed up in my life, and I'm actively changing to make sure that this August goes as smoothly as possible. I'm really excited for it. Dude, am I crazy, or is this thing like not hitting where I want it to hit? What is this? What is this spread? You guys see that? It's horrible. We need to pack punch this thing like clearly ASAP, because it is so bad. We'll use the M1216 for now, because it doesn't feel as bad. But geez Louise, that aim on that thing is atrocious. What is that? It's worse than the SMR spread. Anyways, oh no. Anyways, so they ended up putting me on Ritalin. Ritalin didn't work for me at all. It actually put me in like a pretty big depressive state, and here's what I've been thinking about. So like, I used to struggle with a nicotine addiction. People with ADHD typically suffer with substance abuse. For me, I used to vape, and I've been about 2 years nicotine free, but it was a thing I did for about 2 to 3 years. I started whenever I was in high school. Don't start vaping. It's literally, it is like, I will never ever touch nicotine again, because I hated the hold it had on my life. Nicotine was a truly horrible thing to me, and a lot of my friends have either quit vaping or plan to, because nobody likes feeling like they're gonna have a panic attack when they leave the vape at the house. It's just not a fun thing. I didn't like it. I wasn't a fan, but it gave my brain that sweet dopamine, which for ADHD people is something that your brain doesn't necessarily produce when there's enough of it. The way I've had it explained to me is that whenever normal people like do their chores or do their school assignment, their brain rewards them dopamine, basically for saying, hey, good job, and it's that warm, fuzzy, feel-good chemical. People with ADHD, their brain doesn't produce enough of it, so they don't get that reward for doing things that they need to do. So that's why people with ADHD typically procrastinate. But before we go back into this procrastination thing, I want to finish talking. So whenever you take medicine, like Adderall, and you swap it, your brain is like, hey, I'm still getting dopamine, but it's kind of from a different source. What's going on with that? Why don't I get it from both sources? Hey, I upgraded the wrong gun. Oh, unlucky. Your brain's like, hey, so it's kind of like withdrawal, because the way the body works is it gets addicted to dopamine. It is addicting. It's not like I'm not itching my arm if I forget to take my medicine for a few days, because I've had it happen. I just won't forget to take my medicine for like 3 days, and by the time I remember in the day, it's a bit too late to take it because I don't want to be up till midnight or whatever, because it helps give energy and things like this. It's not like nicotine where I would just forget. Nicotine was very much like mental, right? It was a very strong mental battle. But if I don't take my ADHD medicine, maybe I'll get a headache, or maybe I'll just feel like really tired. Kind of like caffeine, right? You don't start itching your arm if you forget to have your coffee, but you might end up having a headache. And so whenever I was like trying these different medicines, for one, I just could tell they weren't working as well for me. But two, I was also dealing with that. And then they swapped me from Adderall to Ritalin, and then from Ritalin to Focalin, which is supposed to be like a stronger Ritalin. So then I'm dealing with the last bits of the Adderall and then the Ritalin, and then they put me on a Focalin. Look, it was miserable. I hate changing medication. I told the doctor I wasn't necessarily a big fan of it, but if they thought it was best, I would. And I did all of that. They put me on, and then they put me back on Adderall. So they were like, all right, these medicines aren't working for you. We're going to put you back on what we know works for you, and then we're going to, tinker a bit from there. So that's one other thing I've been going through. So I'm not just been feeling like my tummy sick. I've been having like, for one, it's hard because like in a way they change the way you think, because you're still you, but your brain feels a lot clearer. But it still changes the way you think. Whenever you're just having different chemicals just affecting your brain, and you keep swapping that up, it's a pretty miserable process. I'm not going to lie. I think anyone who talks about swapping medications is going to say, yeah, it sucks. It really does. And I've just not had energy. And for a very long time, energy was like my main thing. I was like, if I record, I have to have energy. No matter what, I have to have energy. And I was thinking about that, and I'm just going to be like, nah, I'd rather upload. But this is the part 2 of that. Procrastination. Procrastination is a very real thing. I am lucky. I am stable. My life is stable. Even without YouTube, my life is stable. I could always go back to college. I could always do this, that, or the other. I also don't have necessarily deadlines unless I make them myself. I don't have a boss over my shoulder. I know Susan's not the boss anymore, but it's so easier to say Susan. Susan's not going to come knocking on my door if I don't upload for a month, right? And one thing is, people with ADHD really struggle with procrastination. It's one of the biggest ways to... Sorry, I had a gas. Ooh. That was sexy, wasn't it? People with ADHD frequently struggle with procrastination. I know I need Jug, but I really want to get this MTAR Pack-a-Punch so I can see if it's actually going to be used for, if I'm just stuck with an absolutely, like, horrible gun for this entire run-through. I want this nuke, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it, because, again, we don't have Jug, so I can't take that many hits. There we go. We got it. Okay, I don't want the fire to kill me. Pack-a-Punch the MTAR. Anyways, it's one of the biggest ways to tell whether students have ADHD, and you can talk to their parents, so on and so forth, about whether they need to be treated. That is not the same name, I don't think, as it was in the original game. Surely it was not called the Malevolent Taxonomic Anodized Redeemer. Nah, I know the Mesmerizer is what that's called. I don't buy this for a second. No shot. Let me do a test right quick for the recoil. But anyways, with ADHD, it's not great. You basically have the reason why procrastination thing is because if you don't have to do something, then it's hard to do it. I don't have deadlines with my job. My life is pretty stable. I'll be honest. I'm just. Let me. Oh, I want to read this. I am very fortunate where I don't have to be on the grind as much as I would be if I only had 100 subscribers. I can take a break and come back, and maybe I don't get as many views, but I also have faith in my abilities to be able to understand analytics and stats, and even if Apothos vanished, I think that I could make another channel. And I don't want Apothos to vanish. Apothos is my main priority, and I'm really happy with this. But it's that little evil voice in the back of my head saying, well, even if you lost it, like, you just do it again. And that's the worst thing for someone with ADHD is like, oh, I could just do this later. I could just do this later. I could just do this another time. And it's horrible. It's god-awful. It's the worst thing in the world. It's the most insidious voice you're ever going to hear, and it's going to ruin your life if you let it take control. It's just the fact of the matter. Because the reality is, it should never come to that where it's like, oh, well, if this goes wrong, then I'll just do this. I don't care if it goes wrong. It's like, no, just don't let it go wrong. It's like the dog in the fire saying, this is fine. It's not fine. It's not. You have to take the steps. And so that's what I'm doing. I've been taking steps. But I wanted to explain why I've been struggling with that and why it's so important for me to make deadlines. And then to help with that, I made the commitment to you guys. And I'm really going to do my best to stay on it. If I don't, hey, get on my butt, boys. We're going to be doing a lot of challenges. We're going to be doing the Aether challenge. We're going to be doing, which is a viewer requested one, because I know he has a backup one. We're going to be doing the Nightmare map. We're going to be doing, basically, my goal is 90% of the uploads for Apothos will be custom maps and challenges. I talked about this about a month ago, how something I want to start doing, but then, you know, with the ADHD medicines changing and me getting sick, it's been not fun. And again, that little voice in my head saying like, you can take more time, you can take more time, it's not that big of a deal. So it's not been the most, dude, this MTAR sucks. I feel like it's so bad. I feel like I'm crazy using it. I need to get double tap. Why do I hear zombies yelling at you whenever there shouldn't be any spawning? How weird, how bizarre. What a bizarre adventure we're on. Anyways. So yeah. We're gonna also grab Tombstone and Stamina up. I don't know what Tombstone does if I go down in solo. I've never been able to buy it in solo. I feel like maybe it'll let us keep everything if we go down. Wouldn't that be nice? Kind of like Fighter's Fizz, which is like my favorite perk. But anyways, there's some custom maps I'm really excited to try. I think there's one like Cyberpunk themed one that will be a ton of fun to get through. That'll be fun. That'll be a good time. But here's the thing. I've talked about all these excuses as to why I'm not uploading. Let me tell you guys about what I'm doing to change that. For one, you know, I talked about I don't eat veggies. My body's probably not getting enough energy from food. I might be getting my vitamins, but it's still not getting the full-on nutrients it needs. I ate my first ever, as a 22, 23-year-old adult, salad yesterday. And I expected it to be horrible. And it was worse than I thought, I'll be honest, because I can't stand the crunch. The lettuce was the only thing that I think tasted quote-unquote bad to me. I didn't use any dressing. I got a Chick-fil-A Cobb salad without cheese. I don't do cheese. I can't. It's one thing I was like, I just don't like cheese. But I ate a salad yesterday, and for one, those suckers are filling. I can eat my worth. I could not eat that full salad. It was filling. The lettuce didn't taste great. Everything else I could deal with the flavor with. The grape tomato was a lot, dude. I put that sucker in my mouth. I popped it like a grape, and I genuinely almost vomited. I can't eat those in one bite for some reason. The flavor is not necessarily bad. It's just too much going on in my mouth. I don't know. It doesn't work with me. It's just this texture sensitivity thing I talk about. But I'm going to be eating literally a salad every day this week, which I know some people was like, bro, it's a salad. Yeah, but I have a really hard time with this kind of thing, okay? I have a really hard time with food. Something I've been like complained at by my family all my life. And my family, my parents, God bless them, it didn't teach me how to eat vegetables as a kid. It just wasn't a thing. I just gave up. So I never picked it up, and I want to increase that energy. I work from home, right? I'm not going to the library and recording, and maybe I don't get enough steps in. I got a walking treadmill. I'm tinkering up to 5,000 steps a day, or not 5,000, 10,000 steps a day, which I know some of you guys are gonna be like, I walk 20,000 steps. That's amazing, and that's awesome for you. I unfortunately just haven't been able to do that. And so what I'm doing is I'm starting 5,000 steps a day. I've been doing that the past few days. I'm already feeling an increase in energy levels, and after 2 weeks, I'm going to go to 7,500 steps a day and then 10,000 steps a day, which is where I think I'll feel comfortable. But I need a bit of time to tinker up to it after being on my butt for so dang long, all right? I mean, I could do 10,000 steps a day, but I think my legs would just get really sore. It's like I could mentally push through it, but I don't want to burn out my body and like be too sore, and then I form like a negative mental correlation to it. That's like the last thing I want to happen, because again, the reason I'm doing this is so I have more natural energy so that I can upload more and be more consistent, because I think if I'm in a better headspace, because I think exercising to a degree, walking I think is the baseline there. Exercising to a degree, eating healthier, these things are going to make a positive change in my life, which should be correlated in the channel, which is my goal. That's what everything here is centered around. So I'm going to be exercising with the walking every day, because I'll be honest, boys, there's some days I don't hit 1,000 steps in the house. I just don't. Like days where I get out of the house, yeah, sure, easy. But I hate it. I hate it more than anything. I hate that I don't walk enough, because in college, whenever I was walking around campus, I'd easily hit 10K steps a day. I'm like, I just don't hit that anymore. And I don't like look any different than I did in college, but I feel like 20 million times worse. So I'm hoping to get into the best shape of my life. Again, I'm back on my medicine that works for me. My stomach's been feeling better. Hopefully eating veggies has a positive impact on my stomach, although I'm not sure my stomach knows how to even digest a piece of lettuce. I feel like whenever I go to the bathroom, it's just going to be leafy greens coming out of my, where the sun don't shine. But we'll see how it goes. But I want to make sure you guys know it's not just me complaining, making excuses, and basically not making any change, but rather me explaining, hey, this is what's been going on, this is why this has been happening, and moving forward, I am taking these steps to make things better. Right? That makes sense. That good. But yeah, so August uploads every day. Not every day. Did I say every day? not every other weekday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I think is my goal. I was gonna do something like Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I realized as a kid I valued more, and even maybe as a working adult, I would value more once I get home from work watching a video than on my days free, because maybe on my days free, I think videos I put on weekends tend to do better, but I don't care as much about the numbers as I do just making people happy. And it's my much bigger goal. If I get, if I get 100 views on a video I upload on a Monday versus 1,000 views on a video I upload on a Sunday, if it makes those Monday people happier, then I'll just take the 100 views, because that's what I care about, and that's like, I don't know, it's just what I care about. That's what I like. I like being able to come home, put on the Game Grumps, put on Mr. Dalek JD, put on, you know, give me a minute, I'm thinking of one PPSH guy, Smith Plays, put on Smith Plays, Lex, all of them, right? I'm not going to go through the full list of the Ogar Noah J, I would go through the full list, and I kept going. But I put them on, I just watch them, man. And of course, Game Grumps aren't Cod Zombies, and I figured after I said Game Grumps, I'm like, well, I should probably throw in some Cod Zombies ones. But, oh, Dolan Skills, lucky there. Sorry, my throat got really dry there for a second. That was most of what was most important to me. So, yeah, analytics be damned is what we're doing. And the last thing I want to end with is, I really can't tell you guys enough how much this channel means to me. Because if it didn't mean anything to me, I'll just be honest. I would just keep uploading, like, once or twice a month and just not care. But the fact that this has been weighing so heavily on me, I hope shows you guys that I do care, and I can't thank you guys enough. And it's been a heck of a year. It really has. I think I'm gonna go one more round, beat 315, because I just want to hammer on this point of I really do care about you guys, and I do appreciate it. And I'm sorry. I am sorry that the uploads have not been where I want them to be. I am sorry that I am going through all this stuff in my life, and I truly hope I can make it better. If I can't, I can't. If these things don't fix it, then so be it. Maybe Apothos is upload 2-3 times a month channel, but that's not what I want. It's not what I want. I hope you guys can see it's not what I want, because that's what's most important to me, is you guys seeing the effort I put in. Because at the end of the day, if I'm putting in the effort and it's all I can do, it's all I can do. We're really going to push for August to be a big month, and if August goes well, then it shouldn't be a problem maintaining that, because 2 weeks is how long it takes to build a habit, and well, hey, months or 4 weeks, so it shouldn't be too problematic, shouldn't be too difficult. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Potentially second channel incoming. Maybe it'll be like a Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Thursday I upload main channel, and then Tuesday, Friday I upload on the variety channel. Maybe games like, probably a lot of roguelikes, I would imagine, but because I don't think like Diablo would be very fun to play there, but like the Binding of Isaac runs, I think those would be great. I think roguelikes lend themselves so well to like this style that I do. Like Cod Zombies does as well, because the matches are only so long. But hopefully that'll be incoming. But again, I can't thank you guys enough. It's been a year. I expected to hit 1,000 subs in a year. I hit 40-something thousand. You guys are amazing, and I hope I can live up to that. And that's all I gotta say, boys. I hope you guys are excited for August. I will see you guys probably starting August. I'm gonna try to get some videos ready to go so everything goes smoothly. I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. Please leave your comments, your challenges. I need to see challenges on this video. That way I know what to do, because I have the long list. Hey, I gotta hurry. Speak here fast. Leave challenges. Leave whatever you want. I'm gonna do it. Custom map recommendations. All of it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. All of that fun stuff. But yeah, have a good one, everybody, and take it easy.